What's up, friends? You're watching BLACKTREE on TV. I'm your host, Alex Hudgens, here at your #1 source for urban entertainment. You know how we do. So let's get things started. The year is officially half over. I know, right? That was quick. But it's been an exceptional 6 months for home entertainment options. So we thought we'd do a recap and share with you the best DVD releases of 2014 so far. Here's what's coming up. Baggage claim star Paula Patton talks about relationships with Dr. Rachel. And we're going behind the scenes of the Best Man holiday. Plus, we talked to Oprah Winfrey about returning to the big screen for Lee Daniels the Butler after a 15-year hiatus. And director Malcolm D. Lee talks about making The Best Man happen again. But first, we're sitting down with Academy Award winner, red carpet stunner, and super fashionista Lupita Nyong'o, who captured Hollywood's attention with her breakout performance in the commercial and critical hit movie 12 Years a Slave, which, if you remember, walked away with a huge and historical Best Picture win.
I went to Master Shaw's plantation.
You admit it?
Yes, freely. And you know why? I got this from Mrs. Shaw. Mrs. Epps won't even grab me no soap to clean with. I stink so much I make myself gag. 500 pounds of cotton, day in, day out. More than any man here. And for that I will be clean. That's all I ask. This here, what I went to Shaw's for.
I'm curious, what were some of the tougher scenes to play as Patsy?
Oh, Patsy was all tough. I think the only scene that wasn't tough was the tea party with Mr. Shaw. But the one that surprised me, I expected everything to be tough. The one that surprised me was the scene in which Patsy's wounds get taken, they get treated, because I'd overlooked that scene. I said, I'll lie there and they'll, dab something on me and then that would be it. But then it turned out to be most heartbreaking because, all she ever wanted was to move on, to a different life. And yeah, my heart broke in that moment in a way that I hadn't expected it to break.
How was being a director before? I know you did My Jeans. Did that help you kind of see the character, I guess, two-dimensionally or something? Because you seem to like really slam it.
Yeah, I mean, my work as a filmmaker, when I'm acting, and I didn't have to worry about the overarching vision because Steve does that way better than I would ever be able to do it. And I trust him so fully. So for me, I mean, Patsy was enough on my plate than worrying about anything else.
What were some of the nuances that you've seen in the story that you weren't familiar with before? And
well, God, there was so much. I mean, that's the thing that's great about Steve McQueen as a filmmaker and as a storyteller, and with his visual style. I remember the script I read might have been over 140 pages, and I just thought, you can't shoot 140 pages. But when I saw the film complete, everything was there. He was able to visually include things that were narrative before. He found ways to convey that. So a lot of it.
Talk about a powerful movie. Lupita was sensational as Patsy, so heartbreaking. But we're glad she won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. What a performance! Now, let's get Girlfriend even more quality roles, but I'm thinking that being in the new Star Wars is definitely going to be a good look for her, so you go, girl. Now, let's lighten things up a bit. Another hot title released on DVD earlier this year was the underappreciated Baggage Claim. The movie's star, Paula Patton, sat down with our Dr. Rachel to discuss relationship advice. This could get interesting.
Hello, Paula. So the reason I got involved in this is I saw the movie with BLACKTREE Media last night, and I said that this is a movie that all young girls need to see. Because it's like a modern day black fairy tale. I mean, you know, and the only reason it's black is because the characters are African American. But the concept that someone could fall in love and ask you to marry them without having any intimacy, any sex, is a concept that's probably above the scope of most people. So I've been encouraging everybody since I saw this that this is the movie that girls need to see this year.
Well, I'm so glad you say that, because in many ways it's a classic romantic comedy. You're gonna leave feeling all warm and fuzzy inside and having lots of laughs. But it was something that David Talbert and I talked a lot about, was that in this modern day that we live in, we can't have a woman just feel like, oh, now that I found love, I'm complete. The idea is that she's on this desperate search for love, and she's compromising herself, she's dressing different ways for each person, but at the end of the day of that journey, she starts to fall in love with herself. And I think that's so important for women. A message for women is to say, you're enough on your own. And I love my mom, so Mom, forgive me, but it's funny the way I'll ask about a girlfriend that's doing really well, really successful, she's volunteering at the soup kitchen, she's funny and great, and she's like, but does she have a man? Is she gonna have a baby? And you're like, what? Is she nothing without that? That's ridiculous. I mean, we're so hard on women. They don't do that to men. So I thought it's just really important to me that there's sort of two happy endings in this movie. That one of them is that a woman comes into her own and finds contentment and happiness with herself and realizes, I like to say this, is that you're the meal. You have to be the meal. And I was with my husband a long time before we got married. And I am like every woman. Love made me crazy. I was suspicious. And I drove all the way down to his house. And I got in the bushes and I got caught.
Oh, you did get caught.
And that was the worst. Luckily, to my relief, nothing was going on. His friends were there. They're like, hey, Paula. It was humiliating. He's like, come on in. You see? No strippers, okay?
That was brave. That was very brave. Now, if you haven't already seen Baggage Claim, check it out. We also love Jill Scott in the movie, who actually kind of steals every scene that she's in. All right, coming up, we catch up with director Malcolm D. Lee, who finally found time to write and direct the sequel to The Best Man. And we're going behind the scenes of The Best Man holiday. Plus, find out why media mogul Oprah Winfrey decided to return to the big screen. Then we talk The Hunger Games with Academy Award winner Jennifer Lawrence. Next, right here and only right here on BLACKTREE on TV, your #1 source for urban entertainment.
You're watching BLACKTREE on TV, only on Soul of the South.